What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Bay Area Crypt. It has been so freaking long. Today's video is going to be another spooky, scary story time. So I went out recently to this spooky place. It's this haunted lake. What the hell was it called? Okay, so I know Halloween just passed. By the way, happy late Halloween. This is going to be uploaded after Halloween for sure. How was you guys this Halloween? What did you guys do? Did you dress up? Did you look cute? Did you not do anything? Did you think Halloween was stupid? Did you like it? Did you love it? Tell me in the comment section below. What did I do? I stayed at home and ate candy and watched Saw. So overall, pretty good night. Also, I was a little bummed out. No trick-or-treaters came to the door, which really sucked because I wanted to see some kids in their costumes. As I went to this place that was haunted, it was like in the middle of the woods, and I heard it was supposed to be pretty creepy. It was kind of near Mount Hamilton. I believe it was near Santa Teresa County Park, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Okay, so me and one of my friends went down there, and let me just tell you, it was scary AF, girl. Like, literally, we went into the woods at night. Like, I don't know how bad you think you are. Like, you could think you're like the hardest dude in the yard. Like, no. It is different to be out in the middle of the woods on your own. Like, it is a completely different feeling. Like, I gotta tell you, I will take like a gang of people that are suspicious or whatever any day over being in these woods at night where I was. It was troubling, to say the least. So that's what I can say about that. Anyways, so it started, we're like, okay, let's go check out this haunted hotspot because that's what we do. But then it got to the point where, like, honestly, it was just man. Okay, so we arrived at the bottom of the lake, right? So we're at the bottom of the lake and we're like, all right, cool, like, no big deal, we can do this. We'll check it out. Here's the other thing that you have to know. I am a one-woman crew, okay? I am not a 6-person crew. I don't have like 6 other homies with me. I don't have a gang of people by my side to like help me film and edit and make these videos. Like, I make these videos of my own volition because I think it's fun. I think it's cool to like check out this place. Let's look at that place. Like, oh my god, maybe we can capture something. So if anything goes down, like, it's just me. So, you know, so I'm kind of screwed. I didn't bring a weapon with me, which I know you guys are like, oh my god, what are you even thinking? Girl, you try being out at the woods at 11 at night. Like, it is not a joke. Like, it is really scary. Like, it's really terrifying. Like, for real. Like, it's really scary, girl. Like, I'm scared. Me and my friend are out there. It's just me and him. And we're going, and we're like, okay. He's like, I'll help you carry this. I have my camera in my hand, right? Just picture that. So I got the straps, you know, that help you carry the camera. I'm also carrying my light. It's like a giant light that I have to help shine. What else am I carrying? Oh, let me show you guys. I actually got something specifically for this. Now, I wanted to get a disposable camera because I've heard that sometimes when you catch any activity, sometimes even if you don't see it and you snap a picture, later on when you look back on the photo, you might see something and be like, whoa, I didn't see that. Anyway, so I wanted to do that, but I didn't get the chance because I just didn't have the camera. But I did get this. Check this out. It's the PSB7 Spirit Box. So it looks like this. It's just like a little spirit box. See if it'll focus. You can get it on Amazon. Isn't that so weird? Amazon sells like ghost stuff. I was so shook. I was like, Amazon? Like, girl. It's called the Ghostware Pro PSB7 Spirit Box, and it's an ITC research device. Now, I'm no expert, and I don't know what ITC means, but I can tell you that we did use this little ditty to see if we could find any creepy stuff. And let me just tell you, doing everything at once, I was so grateful that one of my friends was with me, because it was like so scary, you guys. Those woods were just being in the dark. Like, okay, first of all, like, we're getting all the equipment. I'm getting sidetracked. We got all the equipment, right? And then we're walking on the road where it's like dark as fuck. The park was already closed because it was like 10 at night when we left, or like when we got there, I'm pretty sure, or like 10:30. So the park was definitely closed. It closes at like sunset, which is like 7 or 6. So we're there all alone. We probably got this place that looks pretty. It's like a parking lot, and it's lit up, and there's like lights, and it's near, it looks like a school almost, so it doesn't look like shady, you know. It's not like we're in a random parking lot. Like, so we're like, okay, let's walk. So we're walking down the path, and we're using our phone, like Google Maps. It was so dark, we both turned on our phone lights. My little freaking iPhone 6S light. Like, I should have brought like max brightness flashlights, which for the next time, like, legit, that's what I have to do. Like, I'm not even kidding. I have to do that, because that darkness out there when you're alone is no joke. Like, it's so bad. I did have the right idea though, because I brought a filming light, like, you know, the ones that you mount on top of your camera. Because it was so dark, I figured that I would need some kind of light to be able to see. But I'm really small, okay? And we're walking there, and we're like, all right, f it. Like, no lie, both of us are pretty nervous, because we're out in the middle of the woods. Like, we have no weapons. We have hella camera equipment. Like, you could have just jumped us if you were like a psycho or something. And get out there, and then we see these pair of eyes out in the dark. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was like a horror movie, just like two like cat. They look like cat eyes, and I was like, F and that better not be like, I don't know, a mountain lion or something. I don't know what's out there, right? Like, I'm like, bear, but then I'm like, bears don't come out right now, girl. That's like Oregon. Calm down. So I don't know what it is. Like, it could be a wolf, right? I mean, that's not crazy. And I tell my friend, I'm like, yo, what is that? And he's like, I don't know. We'll just keep going. And then I see another pair of eyes, and another pair of eyes, and another pair of eyes. It was like a scary movie, just like a bunch of pairs of eyes. And I'm like, yo, I do not like that. Like, I don't know what's up. Those better be deer, homie. Like, in the woods, you know. And he's like, it's okay. Like, let's just ignore it. Which was good, because like, they're kind of passing us by, but we had the huge industrial like light that was like bright as fuck, so we could like get them pretty bad, but like they couldn't really see us. And then I realized, I'm like, I don't think those are deer. And he's like, yeah, I think they're coyotes. And I was like, yo, no lie, that's really scary. Like, being around a pack of coyotes, like, they could really have gone rogue and eaten us if they wanted to. Now, I'm no animal expert, but let me just tell you, when you're out in the woods in the middle of the night and there's a pack of coyotes like kind of super close to you, you're kind of like, I don't want to take the second chance. Like, animal rights are like, they don't eat. Like, girl, you wouldn't care if that was you in the situation. Okay, so then like, we passed them by, and I was like, cool. Like, I was like pretty relieved, no lie, because I was scared it was about to be bad and ugly and just like really bad, you know. And we made it, and I was like, yes. Like, I was so happy. You guys have no idea. After the coyotes, like, we managed to pass them by, and that was like a relief. I was like, thank you, Lord Jesus. Like, we're alive, yo. Like, we picked up a stick, like literally anything, because after that he was like, oh crap, we didn't bring weapons. I'm like, dude, I know we didn't bring anything. I'm like, a gun or like a hunting rifle or whatever. I'm not registered at all, so I can't have any of that stuff, you know what I mean? But anything like a knife or something, because like, humans aside, there's wild animals. If they attack you, like, girl, you know? So we're walking and we're still like a little bit shook from that experience, right? We're like, whoo. My friend was like, we can always go back if you want to. I'm like, you know what? We've already come this far. Forget it. Let's just keep going and get to this. Like, we got to do it. It's like a mission. And we're like both like hyping ourselves up because we're all alone in the dead of woods and it's getting like later and later and it's dark and scary. So, we keep going and I was like telling him, I'm like, yo, I hope there's like no mountain lions here, no lie, because that ain't funny, you know what I mean? It says right there, warning, mountain lions are known to be in this area. Caution, all hikers beware of your surroundings. And it's like, bruh. I don't know if mountain lions are like night cats, I have no idea, but in that moment all you can think is like, alright, I guess that's what's happening now, right? I'm like kind of freaked. I'm like, yo, are you seeing this? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, bro, we're gonna die out here, like they're gonna find our bodies, it's gonna be bad. And he's like, ugh. And I'm like, you know what, if we see one, like, for sure, like, we dip and, like, forget this, but for now, we got a mission to do. We keep going. We're headed towards this lake that's supposed to be haunted, supposedly, but we're, like, supposedly the spirit of this little girl is supposed to appear, because we're, like, trying to catch that activity, yo, and see what's up. But we've been walking for, like, 15 minutes now, and we're like, how much longer can we walk? Like, we are alone here. It's really scary. Like, can we hurry up with this process, right? And then, like, we pass this bathroom, right? We're like, okay, cool, here's the bathroom. And I see this other animal. I don't know if it was a coyote or a mountain lion. I think it might have been a mountain lion because I saw a curved tail, like a whoop. And I was like, I told my friend, I'm like, yo, don't panic. It's cool. Let's just retreat and be still and just whatever it was, it left. And I was like, yo, I don't know if we should keep going. I told him after this, I'm like, if that's one mountain lion, we might run into like a bunch more, and it's probably a good idea that we stay close enough to where we came from originally, because if we hike out too far in the middle of this trails or whatever, like, we could get lost or whatever. And he's like, okay, for sure. So we go back to this where the kiosk with the brochures is, and right there, I forgot to mention this before, there was this bench that's kind of nearby. It's like a couple, maybe like 20 steps, 30 steps away. So in the vicinity, we sit down because there's like a big tree by it, and then there's a bench, and then the bench is overlooking the skyline or whatever, like really just woods, more woods. And we're like, okay, let's see if we can pick up anything. And meanwhile, we have this thing going the whole time. And let me tell you, hearing this, you know, doing the or whatever noise it's making is very eerie. And it started to make noise right when we were at the bench. I kid you not. Like, it was really not working before. It was like it was kind of, and then it started doing the right when we got to the bench. And I was like, I was like losing it in my brain. And I think my friend was too. Like, he was like, but I mean, we were there to do that, and that's what we did. And we only were able to explore it for a little bit. I didn't really have a chance to like sit down and ask it questions and do the whole shebang because we were unprepared. Like, I was kind of holding my camera and trying to hold the light at the same time. And we had a stick, and we also had the box, and we had like a couple other things that we had to carry. I forgot what else. Our phones and our hands, of course, that needed light. And so it was this whole thing where we just didn't have enough hands, and we weren't as prepared as we should have been, which, looking back on it now, we should have had like an axe or a knife or something because of whatever was out there. Like, homie, I got you. Like, you ain't messing with me. You know? Unless they have a gun, in which case, no matter what we do, I mean, you bring a knife to a gunfight, you're gonna die, right? You just need a gun too. That's it. And I wanted to ask it more, but I didn't get the chance. And I was able to film a couple of instances. I was able to film a little bit when we were at the tree with the bench, but not as focused as I wanted to, because A, it was super dark, and B, I had a bunch of different things going on in my brain, plus I had to be carrying a bunch of things, so it was a little bit chaotic, to say the least. Then we're like, okay, let's go back. Maybe we'll see if we can pick up something on the way back. It'll be a little bit better. We're both pretty rattled at this point. I can tell he is. I am too. Really one of those things, it's like your life could be in danger, and you know, that would be us, right? We are there. We're like, okay, let's go back. And I kid you not, we took the wrong way back. We literally took the wrong way back. In the way the road was set up, it was like a Y, right? And so we had come in from one direction and gone another path, and when we returned back, like we made a U-turn, like we went down, instead of going the original path we went down another path. And we're walking, we're like, damn, this path's really long, like I don't really remember this looks kind of unfamiliar, but we're both so rattled and nervous at this point, and like pretty, I could tell like we're both really on high alert, like it felt like adrenaline, like we both felt like we really got to pay attention and like not mess around and like be joking lightheartedly, but at the same time like be aware of your surroundings, because there really could be something in this woods, and it might not be a killer, it could just be like wild animals, or it might be crazy homies, you know, like not even homies really, just crazy people, or people that want to rob you or whatever. I've heard stories that, you know, people go to Griffith Park and they're like, oh my god, like it was so cool, but at the same time it's like I almost died because I heard that people got robbed there, like, and jump. I'm not trying to get jumped, homie. I'm just here to film like a good adventure, you know. So anyways, we're walking back and we have this spirit box, and this thing starts picking up perception again, and it's like and when I hand it to my friend, like it makes noise for him, but it doesn't make noise for me. And I remember thinking, that's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that, because he has noise but I don't. Like, what's that about? Like, it's not really like the swellest feeling. It feels kind of scary. At this point we just keep going in these woods, and we see like fresh dung, and it's not horses dung, because we've seen horses on the trail like on the way there and stuff, and we're like, okay, I don't know what that is, but we got to go, because if that's pretty fresh, that means there's an animal lurking around here, and I'm not really trying to find out what animal it is, like if it's a deer, cool, but like if it's a buck even, are you kidding me, girl? Those things have like freaking antlers that are giant, like they'll impale you, they're like knives, so thank you, next, you know. And so we keep going, we're both like I felt like we were like Sims, and we had like a sanity meter, and our sanity meter was slowly just like going towards the red, like over time it just like kept going more and more, you know, like how you can get it to green. Up there it was like red, we're just like, oh my god, like let's just keep going, like we're talking to ourselves like, you know, we can do this, like we got this. And then we get to the end of the road, we're like, finally we're gonna make it, and it's like a road, it's like the main freaking road that we used to drive there, and it's like, okay, where's the parking lot? This is obviously not the way we came, and we're just like shook about it. We're like, girl, are you serious right now? Like, I could tell my friend was like, you know, he was really like, oh god, like the panic was real, and it was starting to set in, and I could tell he was nervous, and I was nervous too, girl. It was like 11 at that night, and I'm like, we're not gonna find like an Uber out here, like we're not gonna find people out here, like we're in the middle of the woods, like this is how people die in horror movies, like this is how it starts, they get lost. And you can look all the way down the bottom, all the way to the bottom, like way down below, it's like city. So we're like, we could walk back there, but girl, it's gonna take us forever, like get real. And then you could keep going towards the top, and I think it kind of curved, so I couldn't really tell where it went. And I told him like, well, we could walk up to the top, right? We'll keep going to the top, right? And he's like, yeah, let's do that. And then we're walking for a bit, and then after a while he's like, you know what, no, this is gonna take us forever, let's go back the way we came from. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, just fucking, like, let's just do it. Like, we're both over it at this point. Like, we came here to catch some paranormal activity, like, not to die ourselves, right? Like, come on. We're like, okay. And we, like, mentally both brace ourselves, like, okay, we gotta go back into these haunted woods. Like, all right, fine. In we go. And so we go back in and we're like, all right, we got this. Like, we're just gonna have to retrace our steps. We got this. And we're like both talking to ourselves like, oh, it's not even that far, you know, like, it's cool. And we finally made it back. Let me tell you, it was such a relief to make it back. Like, we made it to the kiosk part at one point and we were both like, yay, like, we did it. Like, yes, like, we freaking did it. Like, we're not even at the car yet, but the fact that we recognized that landmark and, like, made it back to that main point, because that was where the why that I was talking about earlier started, and to just make it back to that point was, like, so monumental, because it meant that we were going in the right direction and we made it. We did it. And so we're like, all right, we're kind of just, like, looking around trying to, like, find out where we messed up, and we're like, okay, let's go this way where we went. And I recognized the main road that we had used to get there. And I was like, dude, this is the right way. I remember because there was a tree here and blah, blah, blah. And this is the way. And he's like, you're right. It is. And we followed it back and we did it. You guys, we freaking did it. Yay. Like, we got it. And I was so psyched. Like, it was legit. Like, one of the best moments of my life is, like, finding out. Like, we had to cross at one point, like, a gate that said, like, closed off or closed property, like, turn back. We had crossed that originally and we crossed it again. We found it and it felt so good to cross it again. We just both, like, high-fived each other in that moment, like, yeah, partner, we got this. And it was so good. And we made it back to the car and we were just like, dude, we're alive. We survived that. We did that. Like, it was so scary. I cannot stress how scary it was. I've been in very stressful situations. This is up there in terms of how stressed we both were, because literally if some psychos had been up there, like, we probably would have died. Like, that's messed up, but that's the reality, girl. You know, like I said, I'm not a LA Hollywood crew. I would love that. I would love for people to come join me and come film with me and be down with me, but for right now, it's just me working by myself, you know. And by the way, I'm thankful for my friend Jose. Thank you so much for coming with me, dude. You legit, like, were the homie there. Shout out to Jose, because if I had just been, like, completely on my own, like, I probably would have lost my sanity. It would have been bad. But again, that is my tale, and I'm going to go ahead and include a few clips of what we shot. I was only able to film very little because, unfortunately, we were both pooping our pants. Perfect. There we go. Hey, shoot that light over here. There's something over here. Would you hear that? That shit. Here. I got your phone.
Just put it in my back pocket.
Alright. Here. Queer. Just kidding. Alright, and I got your stick. We have a stick here, just in case. Okay, shitballs. You need that light over here? This way? See if I can take a picture. Hell yeah. Like, what's up, Justin Bieber? No, just kidding. Right. Here, come on, let's walk. Let's keep walking. I'm a little spooky spooked. I'm gonna keep going. No, I don't know. What the fuck was that? Oh, fuck that. Let's keep going. Oh, holy shit balls. Wait, is this the way? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got my phone, right?
Yeah, I got your phone. You're like, okay. Is that an animal?
Huh?
What is that? Oh, no, it just looks like poop or something. See, that's a fat poop. Fat dump. Oh shit, we gotta head back.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't see that earlier.
Yeah. Don't know what that is, but yeah, it's... Is this the way we came from? Are you sure?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright. Fuck it. Alright.
Hey, remember we came down here.
Whoa. What's that? What's that? What's in front of me? Here, shine the light here? Oh, it's a tree. I'm gonna stop recording for a second because I feel like I need my light on. That owl hooting over there is like...
That was a trippy little thing.
That was like a movie, dude. That was like... God, it is so trippy up there. Look at that moon over there. Oh, so we just walked all that way. We walked from here all the way. We went really, really far. Like, we went in the woods and we were able to capture some of it. Not too much, because at one point we got kind of lost and it was freaky. Oh man, that was a trip. Yeah, I made it back. Holy shit, dude. You know what was kind of weird? At one point when we were walking, that thing started glitching. Like,
Yeah, that's when we got to the part where the benches.
Yeah, yeah, like legit.
That's what I'm trying to find again, but I couldn't find it. The part where it's like... And now it's not doing it again.
You're right. At the benches, it was doing that, dude.
That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Legit.
You notice how I've been trying to change the channels the whole time and I haven't found that thing? That's weird.
That is weird. It was working and then it just...
That's the only time I've seen it work. Around that time.
You know, it was a trip. When we were going down the trail, it was like kind of doing the thing. And then you handed it to me and it started going...
Yeah. And
I did not like that. I was like, what?
That's what I'm telling you. Since then I couldn't replicate the same sound. And I've been through every channel. And it's on AM. Like, since we burned down there, I couldn't get the same thing. That's how I was tripping kind of like the beginning.
That's why I handed it back to you when it was making the noise. Because legit, I just didn't like that. Like, that noise kind of like freaked me out. And it was like, when we were around that one spot, I'm like...
Just like that.
Mitt Romney on Twitter. That's what they're trying to tell us. They're like, the spirit spoke and they said vote for Mitt Romney. There was just one point on that trail where I think we both felt like, fuck.
Yeah. It was mostly when we went down that thing. When we were over there by the fucking...
There was one point in the trail where we filmed where there was these benches where we picked up activity on the scanner, and it was making noises and we could have asked questions there, but I think we both felt unsettled. But anyways, a huge thank you to Jose, and thank you so much for listening to my story. Don't forget to turn on post notifications if you like this video. Like I said, give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Gabby from Bay Area Crypt. Have an awesome day or night. Bye.